Hi, you are listening to the Father Support Network podcast. This podcast is for single fathers and fathers in general. On this podcast, we educate, inform, guide, encourage, and help fathers navigate the complex challenges of maintaining contact and healthy relationships with their children after separation or divorce. Your host is Dr. Michael Uwangba. Michael Uwangba is a father of three who successfully fought for the right of his children to have their father in their lives.
Oh, hello, and welcome to another episode. I just want to quickly react to the yesterday's ruling by the Supreme Court on the definition of a woman. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? But I'm gonna be talking about this, presenting a different perspective as it relates to our father, because and this was prompted by my son asking me if there's a contention about who a man is. Well, because we've had a contention about how to define a woman, but have we had contentions around? So that's an important. That's a very. My son is he's young, but he's very smart. Now, I tend not to pander to either the left or the right. I tend not to be political correct when it comes to certain things. I'm like to be very opinionated in that stance, but not in a way that offends anybody. I'll put out a disclaimer first and say, however anyone chooses to express their sexual preference, it's their business. Whatever you choose to do, you choose to be a lesbian, you choose to be gay, you choose to be whatever you choose to be. I don't have an opinion on what you want to do, how you derive your pleasure. In your private, your own personal space, whatever you do in your bedroom, outside of, that's you. What am I to define that? But now, this is where it gets, let me use as a guy on YouTube, this is where it gets wicked. Again, I also come from the point of having, over the years, gained expertise, through my degree, through my looking at issues of human rights, and saying a particular demographic, let's say the LGBTQ might claim a right to the human rights, which is right. And then again, it's a question of saying I want my rights, and then the other people on the other fence say that right infringes on them, or they want their own rights as well. It is, I just say, we've gone bonkers in this world. It's too much craziness going on. There is a human right. Human, and that is encompassing. It encompasses every human. A male or female, a child, it encompasses that. And everybody's human rights should be protected. And that itself covers every right. We've gone where, over time, we've seen where particular specific categories, maybe be the women, maybe children, who have children's rights, they have women's rights, we have all of these. But I think it's getting out of hand, and maybe the Supreme Court have stepped in to bring clarity. And today I was reading an article where the Met Police, in reaction to that, the swift change in that policy, to say that male policemen will be able to set transgender criminals or suspects that are in custody. Well, like I said, I'm not dancing around there. I believe in facts, and that's biology. Biologically, there's a man, and biologically there's a woman, and in between those two there are many other things. But I might say, if maybe I just say this, maybe this might be my position. If I am of a black origin, so if I go bleach my skin white and then say, I'm white, take me as white, and then I force that on people and say, you need to call me white, it might be a little bit. So I'm just leaving that food for thought. But now let me go to what I really want to talk about, which is quite interesting. I see the lesbians, were celebrating these victories, and they were celebrating it based on the fact that a man can be a lesbian. They're talking about the transgender man. You can be a lesbian. And this has come to where it gets wicked. Let me use that other guys, because this is it. We talk in our community, talk about fathers, and who is a father. You can also approach a father from a functional perspective, because a father is one that provides for the family. A father is one that provides guidance, provides frame for the children, sets the tone, provides shelter, provides food, provides. It's not just that provision in terms of just basic needs. Also provide leadership, protection, and all of that. And from time immemorial, it's been a man that we know as a father. But we've also seen where in the last, I would say, 60-something years now, the family structure have been eroding and disintegrating, where we're seeing more single person's household, whether it be single mother household, which is the majority, or single father household. And in these cases, you could see they mostly hear mothers are saying, I'm the father, I'm the mother. And they look at it from the functional sense, because they have a right to that clip to some extent, because they're providing, there's no father. But that is a fallacy. I'm a single father of my kids. I never would say I'm the father and the mother. I could say I'm in tune with my feminine side. I could say I do what you traditionally say it's a role for the mother. The school runs, cooking, doing all of that. I do all of that. So I could say from that functional sense. But no, I'm not the mother, I'm a father. And you've also seen where lesbians, even I've recently seen where some older lesbians, I saw a clip where an older lesbians criticizing the lesbians where lesbians now having kids, two females having a kid, or two males having kids, and be looking at what's going to happen when the kids who's going to be a father or mother. So if I come straight to what I'm talking about, if two lesbians have kids, who is the father? And I think you could get to a point where we might also get to a point where that might be a question of who a father is, because when those kids grow up, and are you going to say one of the females, one of the two is the father, is the mother? Or are we just going to say, because you see lesbians say, this is my wife, this is my husband, I don't know. So we're just in a place where a name in nomenclature. Name is powerful. Now we kind of find out what you name a name, what you choose to be called. It has very great, profound ramifications. It's not just, you can't just call yourself whatever it has implications. So I would say, for me, without getting into all these controversies, or without, so father is a male. Every family needs a male and a female. A male and a female. And a male, I could say some people are biologically male, but they're not fathers. Some people have kids that don't make you a father, but we're talking symbolically now. We're talking in a functional sense now, but that don't take out the fact that a man is a man. And we've seen, and I quite agree, you've seen in sports, in places where it would be unfair for where a woman, there are places where a woman has advantage, it'd be unfair for a man to compete in those circumstances. There'll be certain contests where a man has advantage, it'd be so unfair to pit those two together. So the Supreme Court really did. But again, that's it's common sense. Do we have to get where have we got to in this society where we need to be defining what a man and a woman is? It's just crazy. Yeah, so we in the community, tend to encourage fathers to be a father. So you could be a father, but you're just you're just father by default. You're just being a man. So that don't really make you father. A real father is one that will be present in the child's life, fight for the child's rights, be a good role model. That's what a real father is. But let's also not get it confused. When women, single mothers say, I'm the father and the mother, no, I think it's wrong. I think that is just dangerous, and that is not helpful. It's very unhelpful to the child. Everyone should maintain that position. Everyone should apply that God-given gift or the natural gift. If you're a woman, there's something naturally, you're naturally gifted in certain things, and the child will benefit from that. If being a father, being a natural male father, the child benefits from that. It gets the balance. So you deny the child, if a child is raised by two men or has to raise by two men, you deny the child the benefit of enjoying those specific features or characteristics or personalities from the other. So yeah, this is my 1% to this. I think a woman, we could look at it from a functional or biological. For biologically, we shouldn't be toying with those kind of things. Biologically, a woman is one that is born a woman, and a man is that is born a father. But then when we look at in our own context, when we talk about a father and a mother, we also said that as the basic. But then we go above that to say, in a functional sense, a father would be someone that is doing all those fatherly love that is expected of him to do: provide for the family, protect the family, do not bring shame to the family, provide the frame, provide guidance, and all of that. So yes, that's my commentary on the recent but I can see things unfolding. There might be some like kickback or with all these other rights, but yes, everybody is protected. And like I said, you could be wherever you want to be, but let's not get this confused. Let's not change what is. Let's change nature. Nature is what it is. But anyways, I'll leave you at that and then see you next time.